Yo, 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 peace, family, word is bond. I'm Moon Ra Hotep. I share. Let's get into it. The great mother energy has returned. I share. The rise of Ophiuchus, the Kundalini fire, right? And you can tell because of the transition, right? Rock falls off the billboards. Nobody wanted to hear this shit anyways. It's been bullshit for a long time. Once you understand the frequency of the music has been tempered from 432, which is the heart chakra energy, to 440 hertz, right? 8 puts you in that infinity loop. 4 plus 3 plus 2 equals 9, which is the heart, right? The divine 9, right? The great awakening. The old earth is transitioned to the new earth, which is the love frequency, which is that 9, right? The archon, extract memories and they transmute energy, right? They also are able to travel through sound, frequency, and vibration, which is light. That's why you see this pictorial illustration right here looks like the vagina, right? Because the pineal gland is actually a black hole, right? Just like the womb, right? You have to understand the connection there, because we do live in a holographic simulation, right? Once you look at this publication right here, right, it's all kind of compartmentalizations going on when it comes to the process of the brain, right? The subconscious, the mind, right? It's being galvanized, right, by beings like this, right? Zachariah Extension, right? When you look onto the Lost Book of Enki, right, and they're fabricating things, right, when it comes to Sumeria, Nimrod, and Ea, right, which is Enki, right? So this all connects to the Tamaricans and the Turtle Island, right? The 13, right? 13 shells, right? The 13 energy, which is the great Ophiuchus energy, which is the great mother, the matriarchal matrilineal energy, right? So we're going to get into Het-Heru. This is the great universal mother. This is Aset. This is Ashtar. This is Ishtar. This is Azareth. This is, Venus, right? You have to understand the connection here, right? Everything is connecting back to the great mother. I'm saying this in every single video, right? Because the archons, the oligarchy, have been usurping the divine energy for a long time, right? Look at this, the witch's hammer, Malleus Maleficarum, right? Look at the word it says male right here, right? That lets you know off top that it's some patriarchy shit going on. Look at the symbolism right here. This is a 6-point star, right? With the third eye in the middle. This is the divine feminine masculine energy symbolism. Now we're gonna get into the Het-Heru energy, the subconscious mind, and the visualization aspect of it. Now watch this video, family.
Het-Heru. Major keynotes. Het-Heru, the faculty of imagination. The imagination is one of 3 faculties through which behavior is programmed. The other 2 are the verbal, thinking, sebek, and the receptive faculty, aset. Creative visualization has been used extensively in medical practice, in conjunction with altered states of consciousness, to correct physical and emotional disorders. It has also been used to improve physical and mental performance. In such applications, its use is based on trance visualization of the end result. There is a saying about the darkness that fails to comprehend the light that shines in it. In spite of the overwhelming evidence of the power of the imagination to alter behavior, it has not been used methodically by behavioral practitioners, priests, educators, psychologists, etc. Yet, its power has been methodically called on to manipulate and exploit people.
Peace, which all connects to the Freemasonic rituals that's going on, right? That's why we have to do our own rituals, family, right? It's time to get protected, right? Let's get into it. Because we have all these ancient symbolisms, right? If you haven't thought about this, try putting sigils up, right, around your house. You can get a piece of paper or something like that. Put up these symbols, right, if you don't already wear them. But also, you have to be mindful that if there's rituals being done on us, we should be doing our own to counteract, right? You can black candle rituals, cleanses. It cleanses, put a piece of salt on the plate, right? It's so many different herbs and things that we can use when we tap back into nature, right? That's protecting our energy field with our energy shield, which is actually the electromagnetic field, which is aka your aura, right? So the more you actually doing these rituals, affirmations, and such like that, it's tapping back into the natural way of life, right? Tapping into the ancestral energy, right? And you have to understand when it comes to Orisha all originates from Ta Mary, right? All the Pan African shit can go, right? Ashe means power, originates from America, Ta Mary, right? The Mayans, the Incas, the Indians, the Lemurians, the Atlanteans, all civilizations started. We actually predate civilization itself, right? And I'm gonna show you how, because this picture right here is a synchronicity. I rolled up behind this truck one day and it says Heroes of the North Star Universe. We know hero means Heru, right? In North Star Universe. Connect to the North Pole, the North Star, Polaris, Ashe, which connects to Apophis, Apep, the god of chaos, right? The Great Mother, Ophiuchus, right? And this is all in symbiotic connection, family, because you have to understand when it comes to the rise of the divine energy, that's where you get the Apep energy, right? Which is the Great Mother, the serpent holder, right? Ophiuchus, the 13th forgotten zodiac, right? But it was also known through Babylonian and Greek astrology. Now we're into some type of different astrology, right? Because it doesn't coincide with the oligarchy's regime, right? This is all a cover of the divine feminine energy. It's about the sleep spell of King Gu, right? And Tiamat, right? Inki, Inla, the Anunnaki, which is connected to the conflict of the gods, right? When it comes to the Great Mother falling in frequency. Now, this all amalgamates to the sun cycle protocol. I've been talking about this a lot. Again, so many different geomagnetic storms, so many different solar flares, coronal mass ejections, which are souls returning to the planet to cleanse, right? It's hot, it's heat, and it's so many different ultraviolet rays coming, right? Because we are in the cycle of the sun right now. Look at the bottom right here, right? You got the equinox, which is where you get the actual personification of the cross, right? The Nazi symbol as well, which is also our symbolism. But again, we are in the 6,000 year sun cycle purification era, right? This is why we've been getting a whole bunch of different aurora borealises everywhere, and you can see them now because that green ethereal energy has returned to the planet and is going through the magnetosphere and is ionizing the planet right now. So, family, you have to understand, this is why we're feeling all these ascension symptoms. And since we're talking about ascension symptoms, we have to get back to the Het-Heru medicinal uses, right? So let's get into the mechanisms of Het-Heru, right? You got ague root, you got alephia, which connects to Venus, and it's the fifth element, the earth element, which is spirit. You have to tap into these different herbs, right? Just like the Adam and Eve roots, right? Also associated with Venus. Now, there are many herbs that you can use that are associated with many different deities, many different aspects of the Great Mother. But the whole aspect of the family is to tap back in general, right? And especially with the rituals, again, because we are combating the frequency from the dictatorship, from the reptilians, from the malevolent ones, right? So December 15th, 2025, you have the mysterious artificial object approaching Earth, sparks global fear and curiosity, which is nothing but the return of the divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And that's why in the Grand Canyon there has been impossible ancient chambers discovered. All of this has already been here in America for thousands of years. Olmec civilization, again, Lemuria, Tartaria. Overstand, family, we are the same beings. The melanin is just on a different frequency, right? And that's why the Schumann resonance was just spiking, right? And you can see the symbolism, right? These mystery codes from the heaven, right? Which is connected to the divine feminine energy, like I said, the divine great nine. Peace and love to all the divine goddesses, right? All the earths. And peace and much love to my brothers as well, all the masculines. Don't ever forget, I love y'all as well. But you got to bring it back to your great mother. Those symbolisms in the Schumann resonance connects to these ancient glyphs right here, right? And it's all divine feminine goddess energy. Right, so Amun Ra, Amin Ra, Hotep, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Peace and much love to the family. I hope y'all do enjoy all these builds and y'all can connect them and resonate. Much love. Peace.